check out our new sponsor, the Health Blaze. All the information is in the description. Use the promo code above. Goodfellow One Boxing at 18% off of all their natural products, from deodorant, pomade, toothpaste, and much, much more. And they have additional discounts on their website as well. That's thehealthblaze.com. Starting December 20th. That promo code is good for 18% off. We go. All right, Jarrell Miller comes out of hiding. Ped King, yeah, that's him. Ped King, yeah, that's him. But we back. Goodfellow Sports TV. He had a lot to say. I linked those interviews in the description of the source link so you can check it out. But yeah, he got on the horn or the camera and talked before. But I guess he in Vegas for the Fury fight this weekend. That's at the Thomas and Mack. So I guess he out there, whatever reason it is. And he actually ranked Wilder as the best heavyweight. He talked about the AJ fight and talked about his PED usage, okay? He got popped for like GW1516. Still don't know what that really, what that was about. EPO, and I think it was a human growth hormone. Don't quote me on that. And he said that his promoters, Greg Cohen, Demetrius Sautier, whatever his name is, and Eddie Hearn all knew that he was suffering from an elbow injury. And he took these drugs to try to recover from elbow injury. Okay, he didn't want to have a surgery. And that's why he took the performance-enhancing drugs. And he said he also was getting used to the strict VADA rules, okay? Now, go back to his kickboxing career. He had a bout in California. He got popped for PEDs there. Jarrell Washington coach brought that up before he fought Jarrell Washington. And Big Baby refused to do extensive VADA drug testing for that fight in the Jarrell Washington fight. Jarrell Washington still went through with the fight. I wouldn't have personally, okay? Keep going forward. He got those type of reactions. He wasn't enrolled in the VADA 365 program. Okay, that was a fact. And now to fight AJ, he had to get enrolled. So he didn't know, quote unquote, didn't know the strict rules. Everybody knows the strict rules because everybody had been popped by VADA. We had people that had medical excuses like Lamont Peterson, Luis Ortiz. You had people that, like Canelo Alvarez that had the meat contamination excuse. You had people like Tyson Fury who had the meat contamination excuse. So it ain't like this is new, okay? At the end of the day, you can say you took full responsibility for it, but really you didn't, okay? You didn't. You still using excuses. You had all those drugs in your system. Common sense said VADA was going to get you, bro. This is extensive drug testing, blood and urine. And really, you the idiot of the year in boxing, okay? You talk the most. Okay? He talks the most. I mean, if you had to say anybody in the sport of boxing was on PEDs, I'm guarantee you a guy that's 320 pounds, 300 pounds, throwing 1,000 punches a fight as a heavyweight, way above the heavyweight average. I mean, you stuck out like a sore thumb. And really, he shouldn't be coming back chastising anybody, But he goes back and he talks about AJ, okay? He said AJ quit. He said if he was more composed, I'm paraphrasing here, if he was more composed, he would have took a couple knees and got himself back together, but he wasn't. He said he quit. Usually when a ref calls you move forward, even if you're wobbling. He didn't try to move forward. And you know what? I'm not going to knock his opinion on AJ because I'm not going to knock the opinion, but I'm going to knock the sources coming from, if that makes sense. Because at the end of the day, come on, you really shouldn't be saying nobody a quitter when you're a cheater. But then again, you know what? There's several cheaters in that division. Okay? It's several cheaters known to cheaters. Dillian White been suspended for a year. Tyson Fury got a backdated suspension. Fury got suspended. Him and Tyson took the same thing, and they cousins. Who else you got in the division? Joseph Parker, he missed a drug test, okay? Half the division, was it Emmanuel Char? He popped ties. Half the division is dirty. When you talking about the top 10, and I'm missing some other guys that popped out of the division. Luis Ortiz was another guy. Alexander Povetkin is another guy. Povetkin popped twice, beginning of the year, end of the year. But what makes Jarrell Miller more unique than anybody else that fell for PEDs was that he had 3 performance enhancing drugs in the system. Okay? So really, his opinion, if you can't take it from the source, his opinion really don't matter. But you know what? I feel that he was right about his opinion. He quit. But, nobody else in America had a balls to do that. They all accepted AJ as the quitter he was. People say he got up 4 times and whoop-de-whoop. They made every excuse in the book. Timothy Bradley, I was watching a Fred video, then I went and watched the interview. Shout out to Barbershop Conversation. And, Timothy Bradley defending Anthony Joshua. It would have been a modern day lynching of Deontay Wilder had Wilder did that. Okay? That's what it been. It would have been a modern day lynching if Deontay Wilder would have did that. Okay? If he would have, he quit, he this and that. I see all these fighters, and I'm saying names: Clarissa Shields, J-Rock. I mean, who else you had out here defending this nigga, man? Timothy Bradley. You had Andre Ward. He really wasn't defending him. He was sneak dissing him. But you had all these other people that could have gave a real raw opinion. And had it been Deontay Wilder, they would have gave a raw opinion. But they didn't, okay? They held their opinion back. They had his back. But then again, a lot of these dudes don't be having Wilder back. But it's cool. You know what? But Miller right, the nigga quit. He split his mouthpiece out. Nobody talk about that. He looked at his corner after he got knocked out. You should be looking at the referee. What you looking at your corner for? Ain't shit they can do. Oh, drop your mouthpiece. That's what they told you to do. Drop your mouthpiece out your mouth to buy some time. So at the end of the day, even though people are not gonna take Miller's opinion, for worth for nothing, for worth, but he was right. He quit. We all know he quit. But that he was asked, that could have been, did you think about that could have been you in the ring? He said, yeah. He said, I'm human. I thought that could have been me. Andy Ruiz is supposed to come down to my camp and help me get prepared for the fight. But you messed up. This could be your opportunity to beat him. And he was also asked, did you think something was wrong with Anthony Joshua before the fight? He said he'd been a world champion for some time. He said, I'm not going to make excuses for him. And of course, that was the guy he supposed to go up against. That was a guy that kind of kicked him while he was down with the PED thing, as he should have. So he going to have nothing good to say about Anthony Joshua. Okay? So really, even if his opinion mattered and he injured, it wasn't the PED thing, and he still slandered Anthony Joshua's name, people would have just been like, you know what? Because they was about to be rivals, I don't take his opinion, whatever it was. Okay? And then, he was asked about who was the best heavyweight, and he said Deontay Wilder. Him and Wilder was boys at one point in time, and he felt that Wilder switched up when it was him that switched up. But yeah, in my opinion, I felt that Fury beat Wilder, but you know what? I got to go back and watch that fight. But it is what it is. We got to see. I feel that Deontay Wilder could have did a lot better versus Fury. He should have been going underneath, working the rib cage, the stomach. But hey, it is what it is. We got to see, how the rematch goes, if it is rematch. But you know what? It took Miller a while to show his face, but he did drop videos here and there, a reaction after he failed the PED test, after he failed the third one, after Ruiz and Joshua fought. And it takes, somewhat of a man to do that, to come back out in public and, break the ice, break all the bullshit and start get back in the public view. But you know what? I'm not going to kick him completely when he's down, because you know what? Mexicans still defending Canelo Alvarez. Okay. You got people still defending, Tyson Fury. And to me, what Tyson Fury did was worse, because he covered up. He never accepted what he done. Him and his cousin Pop for the same shit. Come on. Where there's smoke, there's fire. You had, I had a lot of guys used the meat contamination excuse, but it is what it is. What made him unique, he was really, juiced up to the gills. And we got to see if he able to come back and be the same fighter. And also, he avoided death out of drug tests. Don't make it look any better. But, hey, I linked those interviews in the description. He had a lot to say. And, it's unfortunate, man. But, hey, you got to keep on moving. You got to, get clean. A lot of guys bounce back from PEDs, and pretty much people didn't forgot about it. So, he a special case. I don't think nobody else, I don't want to say that, but nobody else going to have 3 different PEDs in their system like Miller. But, hey, it is what it is. He also said that he didn't have anything in his system when he was 23-0 and 24-0, moving up in the division. So I don't believe that as well. But hey, it is what it is. Goodfellas Sports TV. Don't forget we on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter. Reach out to the email if you have a business question, inquiry, sponsorship, video question. Don't forget to check out our sponsor, The Hellblaze, at thehellblaze.com. Promo code Goodfella1Box. Get you 18% off the 100% all natural products. Website, promo code, description. Appreciate